Hi guys, this is Neet over here, and today in this video we are going to discuss about all those foods which we thought were healthy and which were marketed to us as healthy foods, but in reality they are not healthy, but they are taking away money and they are actually taking away our health because they are loaded with lots of preservatives and lots of sugar that gets us addicted, so that we go to the store and get them again and again. And please teach this to your kids, because you are the only one who's aware of this. If you are the only one who's aware of this, you are the one who's responsible to pass this knowledge over. So let's dive into it. What are those foods? The first category would be cereals. Yes, having cereals, we have been marketed to us that if you have cereals, you're going to lose weight. So people have, a sort of link between losing weight and having oats. That might be one example. So there are a lot of processed cereals that you get out there, and if you do enough research, you'll know that these have so many preservatives in them so that they can remain in the shelf for a long period of time. But these are all chemicals that gets added into the real stuff that makes it actually poisonous in the long run. So don't have such foods that's really processed. That is the main content of this video. Then what are the other things that comes in packages? It might be fresh fruit juices. Yes, you might see a lot of orange juices being sold as no sugar or all fresh, etc. But how fresh do you think these fruits are going to last in real life? If you just keep the fruit juice for even 24 hours, how fresh are they going to be? So that means so much of chemicals are being loaded into these packages to make them look beautiful, but in reality it's really filled with all sorts of colors, all sorts of preservatives again. So don't go into such juices. It's better that you just make your own fruit juice and have it. It's going to be even saving you money and your health in the same process. Okay. Then comes the yogurts. Yeah, you get so much of yogurts. Maybe it comes in sizes of this sort, but it's going to be loaded with sugar. It's going to be loaded with all sorts of flavors to make it so tasty so that you can go again and again. So these yogurts, which is all flavored and all filled with sugar, is really not healthy for you. But we feel that flavored yogurts are okay, it's a good choice to be healthy, but no, in reality it's not. Then maybe you can have it as dessert, but if you are looking for a healthy option, to be frank, it is not healthy. Then the next one is biscuits. Yes, biscuits filled with fibers, biscuit filled with proteins. These are not another healthy option, because biscuits are made of maida, they're actually made of flour that actually spikes your sugar levels. So if you have a handful of nuts, or if you have a real fruit, that is much more nutrient rich than 2 biscuits that loaded with chemicals. Think of it. Okay, then we have all sorts of dark chocolates that are marketed as healthy. We have Nutella spreads, we have jams that's rich in vitamins, etc. But these are again loaded with so much of flavor, so much of added colors to make it bright and attractive. But these are all chemicals being just loaded in a single packet of food. So that's not healthy again. Then we have ketchups. Yes, our red colored Superman ketchup that every child now craves for is again loaded with sugar. Just think of the sugar even in 1 spoon of that ketchup. It's just loaded with sugar, and that's why we always have the tendency to have more and more ketchup once we start having it. But try living without ketchup for a month and you'll be all fine. It's all a matter of habit. Then comes the chips that every kid is addicted to. To be frank, even I was. Now I'm almost out of it, of this addiction of chips. Let it be baked chips. Let it be chips that's rich in vitamins or whatever. But really, are they healthy for us? No, they are not, because again it all comes in a packet, so that means a lot of preservatives get into it. Then to make this video short, all I can tell you is all those foods that's really always termed as healthy is actually loaded with preservatives. So you have to be careful. Okay, all those food items that they market as rich in any particular nutrient, like rich in nutrients like proteins, rich in carbohydrates, or rich in fats, or rich in vitamins, etc., etc. Maybe there will be a famous superstar who's going to be an ambassador of these foodstuffs, but please be careful. Read the ingredients. Once you read the ingredients, you'll know that there are so many chemicals that you can hardly pronounce, and so that itself is the proof that so much of chemicals is getting loaded into a single packet of food that you are going to swallow. So do you want to swallow all that poison that is just marketed as being healthy for you? So be careful, because if you are not aware of this, how will your kids be aware of this? So that means so much of chemical poisons are getting into these little kids systems, and it's all going to corrupt your whole family's health. Okay, so beware of this. Stay away from all this obesity and diabetes and and heart related disease that all comes from the choices that you make on a daily basis. Okay, so don't trust on all that food that claims to be healthy, but rethink of the choices that you make. Thank you.